Good evening, everybody. Happy new moon. That's exactly what I'm talking about today is moon energy. So today, actually this afternoon, I think, we are now in the new moon energy, new moon in Cancer. So my birthday's tomorrow. And not just new moon, also we're solar eclipse as well. But yeah, I want to talk about moon energy. So I'll speak about the astrology part of it after the fact, but let's just talk about planetary movement. So with the new moon being today, you will feel new moon energy like a couple days ahead, even 2 to 3 days afterwards. So what I'm saying still applies, even though I'm doing this video later than I intended. So new moon is a time to clear out. And I'm doing this video because I was talking with someone who realized after the fact that they don't, later on, that they don't really understand how it works. And a lot of the times there's a lot of misinformation out there about how to work with moon energy. So I'm just going to tell y'all a little bit. So new moon is when you want to clear out. A lot of people talk about manifesting at that time. That's not the energy to be working with. Not to say your manifestations won't work, because law of attraction, right? It's about the energy that you put into it. But if you want to work with planetary energy and get things to come to you easier, you want to use that time to manifest around the full moon. That's when energy is highest. That's when things that you have cleared out and intentions that you have set, that's when you will see them come to fruition a lot faster. So there's really about 8 different stages to the moons, but I'm just going to keep it simple, be basic today, with just the 2 primary ones that everyone knows about, which is new moon and full moon, right? So I brought my friend here. This is the witches calendar. And so I get one of these every year since I learned this stuff. And it's really, really cool because it tells you, let's just see, you can't really see it that great because it's going to show it backwards anyway on this phone, but you have the month and then it tells you some kind of spell work. I never really use that part. It gives you some little history about things. Let's see, I don't know if you can see it, but it'll tell you like June and the correspondence for June, for example, when it comes to crystal works that you might want to. It's pretty cool because you might want to use it. It tells you to use pearl or chalcedony. The animal for the month of June is deer or the eagle. The flower is rose, and the ruling planet is Mercury, which rules communication. It's funny, I actually have Mercury in Cancer too. But anyway, on the calendar, you'll see the full moon marked and the new moon marked. It also tells you, it's really a cool calendar to have because it tells you, like I said, there's more than one phase to the moon. And so it actually tells you every single phase, what sign the planet is in. All of these signs indicate like your rising and your moon sign and all that kind of stuff. So, for example, if a child was born today, they would be a Cancer with their moon in Cancer. Isn't that cool? Excuse me. So, also with this, it tells you the color of the day, and that's based on the planet that you're working with, which there's different planets of every day of the week from Saturday to Sunday. So the colors correspond with that planet. It also tells you when to plant seeds and when to harvest them. So it's really cool for farmers as well, or gardeners. It gives a lot of information. Like every year, I think I get better and better at using this thing. Honestly, every year I get better. At first, it's like confusing. Like, why do I need all this information? But it starts to make sense over time. Anyway, so new moon energy, right? Get you one of these. They also sell a pocket size one, but I use this as my actual calendar. But they do sell like a little pocket size one so you can see it. Also, if you don't want to get that, if calendars aren't your thing, there's phone apps. I have Deluxe Moon. It was like $2 to pay for, so I was like, whatever. There's also like astrology apps that will tell you, but yeah, there's probably some free apps too, but I really like Deluxe Moon as well. But anyway, so new moon energy, right? So what I usually try to do every month around new moon time is to clear energy, because that's the energy that you're in. So what I like to do is deep clean, and by that I mean like I try not to have any junk lying around. I try to smudge. I try to do a floor sweep as well. I like to organize, get rid of anything. I don't go like New Year's Day type thing where they're like, oh, don't spend your New Year's doing laundry or whatever, or you'll be doing it all year. Not that type thing. I just like for things to be organized and in order, because I need to know what I need to clear out. And once I know and I've got my goals set, I'm going to tell y'all. So last month, I ain't going to tell you what I'm doing this month, but last month, for example, I kind of focused on limiting beliefs. And so what I choose to do is to take, this is a coaching moment, okay? So take this wisely. um, what I choose to do is to keep it simple every month when it comes to petitions, when it comes to clearing energy, when it comes to asking for things from the universe, from ancestors, from source, from whomever. I keep it simple, and I basically focus on a either mental or spiritual goal or something physical. And so last month it was limited in beliefs, and I wanted to get up. Excuse me. I don't know why I said that. Sorry. I was thinking of get up and get on my bike. I don't know why. No, you know what my issue was? I know why my brain just jumped ahead because I'm sleepy. Um, um, my limiting belief was not being able to exercise every day, of thinking about my knee injury, of not choosing the right foods. And so everything I eat, I keep getting fat. I'm allergic to everything that I used to eat, and like limited beliefs around food, limited beliefs around exercise. And so basically I word my petition something like, help me to stop limiting myself by focusing on negative things. I'm going to exercise as much as possible, whenever possible. And I'm going to choose foods that are good for me that I can eat now. Simple as that. And limiting beliefs, my other one, as a more mental thing when it comes to, I want to start a business, and my limiting belief is that I'm not educated enough, or that I'm not, that I don't know enough to do what it is that I want to do. And so my limiting belief is, I word my petition something like, I'm capable of learning the things that I don't know. I am meant to do exactly what it is that I want to do, and I can be successful in anything that I put my mind to. Simple as that. It's sort of affirmation-y type, but that you can write it however you want to write it. Like, you want to write it as an affirmation, or you want to write it like letter style. It's up to you. But I keep it simple in that they don't have to be the same topic, but I chose to do the same topic for a reason. And so basically, after you have used that new moon energy to clear those things out of your way, to clear those blockages, for me, they were mental blockages primarily. Immediately after the moon will start waxing. So new moon, the moon's dark outside, right? You can't really see it. Full moon is bright, it's big, it's illuminating the sky. So at the beginning tomorrow, it will start waxing, which is getting larger. And as it gets larger, you're going to use that momentum to put things in order, to accomplish the goals. So for me, immediately from the beginning of the new moon, I was like, you know what? I had got a bike, and I was like, me on this bike every day. Well, let me just tell you, I couldn't get on the bike every day because I was sore as shit after the second day. But because I didn't really, I wasn't doing that kind of cardio. But the point is, if I didn't get on the bike, I got up and walked because I wanted to break that limiting belief. So I'm working with the energy, and it was easier for me than ever to say, let me not eat this, or let me, at least get up and exercise, at least do this, at least do that, at least, get 10, 15 minutes of yoga in. That should be what I put on the thing next. That's where I always be slipping, knowing that my body needs it. But anyway, that's beyond the fact. When it came to business, I was able to really, I didn't accomplish everything that I wanted to do, but I stopped doubting myself. So I was able to actually create plans, which is important for what I want to do without all this confusion in my mind of you can do it, no, you can't do it type thing, or you're not good enough to do it, or you don't know enough to do this, and this is that and the other. Like all of that kind of stopped, and I was able to really have a lot of clarity on what it is I'm going to do, and really have a plan. So for next month, I probably will focus on how to execute, some of the first steps or something. I'm still going to think about it and write that out before I go to bed. But that's what you want to do. And by the time you get to the full moon, you should see your manifestations come to fruition. So these petitions that you do in the new moon, let's just say if it's about money, let's just say you need $200 by full moon next month or whatever, right? Which is, I think, falls on the 5th. So let's just say you need a certain amount of money. Then you want to move whatever blockages. And sometimes that blockage is you. And you want to write that. You want to petition that out and get rid of the things that block you. But, and then full moon, you should see it come into manifestation. You should see it come into fruition. I'm about to wrap this up, but I just want to say, since the new moon, it goes in order. So this new moon is in Cancer. Next month it'll be Leo, and then it'll be Virgo, yeah, etc., then Libra, so on and so on. So what I always say, like astrologers, they will go deep into who Cancer is, but if you don't know the signs, you definitely want to know their element. And so we are in the element of water. We're in Cancer season, and the new moon is in Cancer. So you can expect emotional. So this is actually an excellent time for healing emotional wounds. If you want to petition something, it's an excellent time for that. However, you can expect to feel more emotional because that's the time that we're in. And people take Cancers for being crybabies, but that ain't so. Some Cancers are angry as hell. Like, don't forget, we are crabs. I ain't angry, but, some people are. But the point is, emotions run high during this time when the new moon is in Cancer. And then also, damn it, we're in Mercury retrograde. People are going to break up or something. But we'll talk about retrogrades and all that stuff another time. I am sleepy and about to start talking out my head, so y'all have a good night. And if you have any questions or whatever, let me know in the comments. If you like the video, please like, share, subscribe. And also, if there's other things you want to know about, please let me know so I can make videos about stuff that people want to watch. Okay? Bye.